Hi, my name is Martin Tully. I'm a sales engineer here at Portnox, and today what I want to do is showcase some of the new features that were released on August 21st. This is Clear Update 2023.8, again released on August 21st. If you are a Portnox customer, I highly recommend to click on subscribe to updates so you can know when we're going to be doing some upgrades as well as all the features that will be rolled out. And you can see here some of the features that we did put in and improvements. Agent P can now authenticate Windows machines. We can now grab individual users from authentication repositories. We can working with large list of MAC address will be significantly faster. And that's what we've been working on. So let's take a look at some of those features. So one of the features that we actually put out was we improved the login page. So if you're familiar with Portnox, you see here now the new login page. So hopefully you've seen it already. But again, you can see here you can sign in with your Google Workspace, Azure Active Directory, Okta. If you forgot your password, you can click on here, it'll take you to you can reset your password. If you forget your Clear ID, this would open up a ticket for support. And of course, if you don't have a Portnox tenant, then you can click on this here, and this will redirect you so you can sign up for a free trial. So let's take a look at some of those updates now. So besides the login page, the other update that we've done is in groups. So in groups, before we had only the capabilities to pull in just group information. We weren't able to pull in individual users. And so now when I come in here and I go to groups, let me turn this on. And let's say I go to, let's go to sales team and I click on members and Azure Active Directory. You can see here all the groups that I have, but if I click on view accounts, I'll be able to see all the users now. So now I can actually select individual users from within here and then map them to this specific group. Or again, as you can see here, I'll just switch back to groups so you have the capabilities to, again, view accounts individually. So this is a nice little step if you just wanted to add specific users, especially if you wanted to test something out. This is a great method to do that. Other things that we did, so if you are a customer and you are using our agent Portnox, you now have the capabilities to, let me create that certificate, is when you come down here under advanced configuration device profiling, you can actually state what kind of authentication method you want agent P to do. So this is for Windows 10, OS 10 plus systems. So you can see here, you can do computer-based computer authentication, user authentication, or user and computer authentication. That is the recommended method. So, um, so user and computer-based certificates are issued to both the device and the user and can be used in conjunction with Agent P multi-user mode. So that multi-user mode is great when there are multiple users sharing the same device. Maybe think about somebody working in reception in a doctor's office. So there, one person logs in, another person logs in later. So that is a great way to do that. So that allows devices to connect to the network, be placed in the VLAN or assigned an ACL with least privilege access only for remote management and updates. Once the user logs into the device, the machine re-authenticates to the network as the user, and then that user is placed in the proper VLAN or ACL that's been assigned based on the user's needs, access needs. Sorry about that. The other ones that you can do is user-based authentication. So this is user authentication right here. So certificates are issued to the user when the user is disabled or deleted. The device is no longer able to connect to the network. This is be normal agent P behavior. And then there's device certificates. Device-based certificates issued to the device that allows the device into the network regardless of who's logged into the machine. This is excellent for kiosks or machines where local user accounts are used. So those are those three features. Um, so that is the agent P. And now we'll take a look at the MAC address bypass filters that we added in. So when you go to settings and you click on a MAC address account. So let me see if I can get one here. We probably don't have one here that's going to have a lot, but let's take a look at this Austin Roku TV one. And so here's the account map, and you can see here these are the MAC addresses that are associated to this map account here. So now you can see here you can create some filters, you can search, and you can you could also just click on the filter and just say which ones you want to see, maybe with expiration dates for the last for today or the last 7 days. So again, in this particular scenario, there's not a lot here, but if you did have a lot, you can see where this would be useful for your organization. The other things that we did, we added a policy to give you the ability to take a look of a minimum Mac OS or Windows versions that would be allowed on the network. So when I click on risk assessment and I go to edit, so previously in Android and on iOS, there was the ability to do OS version that has now been added to Windows. So you can see there, as well as for Mac OS. So now you have versions for both of those. And that is it. So that has been the updates that we prevented so far that we have put in for 2023.8. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk soon.